All righty, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through today. We're going to spend the next sort of 45 minutes talking about DuePoint. I'm excited to have you here. The sun's out, the warmth's coming back into this year. And at the same time, we're feeling like we're making some incredible progress in South Africa here at DuePoint. And so I'm excited to share that with you. I'm hoping that in the next few minutes, you'll take a piece away with you this afternoon of the excitement and the energy that we have right now at DuePoint. Thank you for all of you who've tuned in from around the country today. I hope too that you're able to see the leverage that we have created here at DuePoint in the last couple of years. To start with, DuePoint, ladies and gentlemen, is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. That's important to note. If you've not heard of DuePoint today, by the end of this presentation you will understand why. But to start with, understand that we're a division of another company called Constantia Insurance Company. Now, Constantia is a listed and licensed insurance company. We've been around since 1952, so this is our 66th year of trading. So you're not dealing with some kind of new business, some startup, something that's blown in from offshore. You are dealing with something that is quite genuine and has been around a long time. Do some research on us. Go away, go to the JSC's website, look us up under Conduit Capital, go to the FSCA's website and find all of our licenses there. There's just one of our FSP licenses. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider in South Africa. We're also made up of real people, real buildings, and real things here in South Africa. This is not one of those things where it's a website based on some company in China or America or Russia where you don't know where the people are, you've never seen the head office, and you can't get to them. Here at DuePoint, you can always get to us. Pick the phone up, call our client services team Monday through Friday. You'll get a hold of them always. Come to our office if you're ever in Joburg, and you can see the very real offices, bricks and mortar, the very real people here with us at DuePoint. I tell you all of this because what are we very used to in South Africa? Lots of very fake things that we see on Facebook and Google that come in, promise the world, take our money and leave. All of you have had that experience in the past. I know that is why you are generally concerned or apprehensive about anything that sounds like it might be new. Well, we aren't new and we are real and we're homegrown South Africans, so I want you to have that confidence today as we discuss what we do here at DuePoint. So there's two things that we do at DuePoint. The first thing that we do is that we produce and create wealth in the hands of South Africans. We are not a cash transactional business. We do not sell things here, so we do not ask you to go out and sell pots and pans and milkshakes and toiletries and Bitcoin and whatever else is out there. Because in those transactions, when you sell something, you make money. But the moment you're not selling, you're not making any money. If you're sick one month or you're overworked one month and you can't go back to your friends and beg them to buy again, you don't make any money. We're not in the business of transactional cash here. They do not create lifestyle changes, financial changes in your life. Here at DuePoint, we're in the business of wealth creation. Wealth is a recurring, steadfast, reliable income that comes in every single month, hopefully for your entire life. That is what we produce here at DuePoint, and it's our hope that if we're able to create that in your hands, we're able to put you in control. A control that will allow you to unplug yourself from the systems you're plugged into right now that you're using to survive. You know already that you have no control over your income. Someone else tells you how much you're going to earn, and you have no control over our economy. You would have seen already this year 5 petrol price increases and a VAT increase in the first 8 months of this year. The economists are starting to say that this might be the worst economic year in South Africa's history. That's what we've been reading. We do know they've already published the results that South Africans now take home less money than any time in the last 30 years. We are in a position where we have no control and we are surviving on things like debt. That's what we survive on. I don't have to give you a lesson on debt. You're all professional. You're all professional debtors. All of you know about home loans, car loans, clothes loans, food loans, loan sharks, whatever you need it, whenever you need it, that's what we survive on. And the problem at the moment is that bridge of debt is getting so wide that it is going to collapse on all of us and our economy at some stage. Now we want to replace that debt with wealth. Wealth that you control, wealth that you build, and wealth that is there reliably and on a recurring basis. That is our primary objective at DuePoint. Our secondary objective objective at DuePoint is that we want to open the window again to the financial services sector to South Africans. It is a ridiculously regulated end of the South African economy, just absolutely beyond reasonability at this stage. And as a result, 99% of South Africans have no hope in ever gaining access, working in, or benefiting from this sector. And we hope, as our secondary objective, that we can open a window to let South Africans participate and benefit again in this sector. With those two objectives put together, we have created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system allows you as an individual, wherever you are in the country, to contract with us as a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, you're given one task. It is not selling, it is not marketing, it is not advising. You're not a financial advisor or broker with us. We leave you with one task, the simple task of connecting individuals to us. As you connect individuals to us, you allow us to penetrate the market, make greater sales as an insurance company, and create revenues from which we're able to create that extra recurring income for you. Because we don't sell goodies here, we use financial services and lifestyle products that run on automatic debit orders. Because they run on automatic debit orders, we're able to create a reliable recurring income for you. As I said to you, you may have different circumstances in every different month. Some months you may be sick, some months someone might have died in your family and you're traveling, some months you might be extremely busy at work and can't do anything. With our system, every month, no matter your circumstances, our debit orders raise, and when they raise, your income comes in. This allows you to be able to leverage your income, to forecast your income. It puts you in a position where your financial circumstances start to change, and it is our hope that they change permanently. Folks, we also allow you to leverage others to buy your time back. At the moment, people often say to me, Brendan, this is all fine and well, but I don't have time. Well, nobody has time. No one in South Africa has time. Even the beggars on the streets, they have to be at the corner post from 6 in the morning until 6 at night. They don't have time. None of us have time, and therefore we have built a system, understanding the South African context, that buys your time back. Through the leverage of others, we call them channels of individuals that you're able to create with us here at DuePoint, you're able to create a system that creates income for you 24 hours a day, and not only creates financial freedom for you, but time freedom as well through our system. This is not an employment opportunity. We do not employ people at DuePoint. This is a tool we give you, and you use it completely independently of us. A little or a lot and everything in between. You choose what you do with this tool. Folks, you get to use this tool and this system at no cost. The DuePoint system is given to you without a starter fee having to be paid, without you having to buy a box of goodies, just $5,000 of goodies and you're in the door. There is no monthly fee, application form fee, admin fee, sales fee. There are no fees for being a wealth engineer. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer at no additional premium. And therefore, folks, this is a position, we put the South Africans in a position where everyone can become a wealth engineer. You don't need any specific education or any specific qualification, because remember, you are not selling. You are not brokers or intermediaries or agents or advisors. You do not sell. This is a difficult thing for most South Africans to comprehend. Most South Africans have been involved in systems where they have to sell things. At DuePoint, that has been completely eradicated. For the rest of your life here at DuePoint, you will never have to sell a thing again. You have one task, the task of connecting people to us, and everyone in South Africa can do that for DuePoint, and it means that everyone can start building a proper asset for themselves, not the fake ones described on the internet. Proper assets that create recurring monthly lifetime income. That is what we create here at DuePoint, and it means that you have now got something that can be priced and sold at DuePoint. These teams you create, you can sell to somebody else, and ultimately when you pass away, your channel and the income it produces will be transferred to your children and to your great-grandchildren, etc., etc. This is generational wealth that we create here at DuePoint. The income you produce in your lifetime is an income that will be earned by your children once you're gone. They'll be able to pick that asset up as well and grow it even further if they want, and then hand it over to your grandchildren, as I said earlier. This is a change from what has been happening in South Africa. It is completely unique, completely different, because it has a long scope, a long view of how we're going to change the South African wealth position in the economy as it currently stands. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have tried to make this system a system that you can be proud of. In South Africa today, we are generally ashamed of anything that is direct selling. Why? Because it's embarrassed us in the past. We've got to sell substandard goods to other people. We've got to get up and do presentations when we're not trained public speakers, and we have to use paper application forms and fax machines that don't exist anymore, and all sorts of bits and bobs to create something in those systems. Here at DuePoint, we have built everything at what we call private bank level. Here, everything is based on the latest technology. You do no selling at all. You are never going to have to present, because with our technology, Rob and I, the only two people that present at DuePoint, are in your pocket 24 hours a day. Never again are you going to have to be embarrassed about anything with regard to creating wealth for yourself outside of your normal jobs. We leave you with one task, the task of connecting individuals to us. You get to do that in 4 ways. Firstly, you can go to our information counter. And at our information counter, you can pick up one of our memory sticks. It's 170 Rand, and for that 170 Rand, you get all of our presentations. You can go and plug it into a TV or a computer any time of the day, whether you've got data or not. Click play, and there we are doing the presentation for you. The second way to connect people is to come here. You can be part of our studio audience 7 times a week, Monday through Saturday, night times, lunch times, morning. We do this presentation. You find when we're live on your schedule, and you bring your folk here. If you're in the area, we do the presentation for you. The third way is through our YouTube channel. You go to YouTube, you search for DuePoint there, and you will find every presentation we have ever done. You go pick your favorite ones, and any time of the day, anytime, any day of the week, you simply push play, and you are connecting individuals to us. Often, and still, we get people who say, Brendan, but what do I say to people? If I'm not selling them one of your products, what do I tell them? I say, what you say to them is, do you require extra income? The answer is always yes, and then you push play. That is your entire conversation here at DuePoint. If they go, no, I want a summary, you go, no problem, here's a summary. Click. And if they go, no, but I want to hear about the products, you go, no problem, here's the video about the products. Click. Everything you need is on our YouTube channel 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. There is no long conversation that is had here at DuePoint. You never ever have to compare products, recommend products, advise. In fact, we contract you out of that. You are not allowed to do that here. You have one task. Do you need money? Yes, click. That's what you do at DuePoint. Then the fourth way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our live broadcasts. Every day, every one of our presentations is broadcast live across the country. So if you want to be live with us, if you like being live in the room with us, no matter where you are, whether you can get here or not, you pull out a screen with an internet connection, whether it's your phone, a tablet, or your TV or computer, and you push the live stream button, and you're in the room with us 7 times a week, connecting individuals to us. Now, as you do that, some of the people you talk to, not all of them, but some of them are going to catch the vision of what we're doing here at DuePoint and become wealth engineers like you. When they do that, well then, we allocate them to you. These folk are going to go out and do the same thing. They're going to connect people to DuePoint. Those that they connect successfully become wealth engineers, and again, we allocate them to you. This process repeats itself over and over as your channel spreads out across the country. We then come along as DuePoint, not you. We as DuePoint come along, and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel, and your income is born. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this has happened without you having to sell a thing. But what is very important to note is that we create genuine, permanent, lifetime wealth here. That means it comes at a price. We are not a scheme, and we are not a scam, and we are, without question, not going to make you rich quickly. Why? Because we do it real. We do it the real way. We create permanent wealth here. Those things on Facebook and Google that promise you're going to be rich in 90 days, they don't seem to be working. Otherwise, none of you would be sitting here today. Have you heard of anybody who has got rich in 3 months off of something they saw on Facebook? No. But what you have heard is a lot of people who have lost money to someone who promised them that they would be rich in 90 days. Am I right? Yes, that's why there is the general stigma towards this sort of thing. We're doing real wealth creation here, and like anything that is genuine, your careers, building a business, all of you understood when you started them, it was going to take time. Time is the price you pay at DuePoint. Not financial, but time is the price that you pay with us. And for those of you who are willing to put the time in, months and years and decades, we're able to create a wealth that is not only real but permanent for you here at DuePoint. Those of you who do, allow us to start the process. We start with the facilitation of our process because that is where the wealth is born. The facilitation of our products, apologies. Our first product is our Access Wealth Plan. It costs 324 Rand a month, and for 324 Rand you get 2 independent products. The first one is your very own tax-free investment account, and the second one is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. We take 100 Rand every month of your 324 Rand, just 100 Rand, and we put it into your investment account. The remaining 224 Rand is your actual cost for this product every month to have those 2 products. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It's 249 Rand a month, and for 249 Rand you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. There is no medical examination or declarations that have to be filled out. There's no waiting periods, and there is no maximum age limit. With 70% of South Africans uninsured because they're too risky to take insurance out, we have created a product that every South African can take. And it means that every South African can now be involved in the DuePoint system, creating wealth for themselves and for you. Our third product is our Family Wealth funeral cover and funeral plan. It comes with 2 products as well. The first one is funeral cover. You can choose between 20 or 30,000 Rand a month, 20 or 30,000 Rands worth of funeral cover, and you can pick between 5 to 10 additional family members on that cover, starting at 299 Rand a month. The second product is 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover, which means that when the principal member of the policy dies, we settle 10,000 Rands worth of their outstanding debt so that their children do not have to. Everything we have designed at DuePoint has been for wealth creation, both now and for the generations to come. And then our fourth product, ladies and gentlemen, is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It is not a financial services product. It is our Buyers Club. For 299 Rand a month, you get to be a member of our Buyers Club. And as a member, you get access to all of our suppliers. Our suppliers offer us all sorts of different things, some discounts, some prices, some vouchers, some packages, some VIP services, some special corporate level managers, account managers that assist you in reducing your expenditure every month. What are the 2 rules to creating wealth? Increase your earnings, decrease your expenditure. We do both of those here at DuePoint. Understand our products. Every one of them has a review video that has been made for them. You'll find that on the website, our website, DuePoint.net, and you will find it on our YouTube channel. Go and watch those videos. We review them comprehensively so that you do not necessarily, if you struggle to read, have to read the policy documents. But the policy documents are online. If you want a full policy document, you can see it and download it before you've even click the apply button and become a policyholder of us. Go and read it. Go and understand our products. You will also understand how innovative and how market leading they are once you have done that. Folks, this allows us to facilitate wealth for you. But now generally in the past, traditionally, how would we have got you to connect with us? Well, as insurance companies and banks, we generally get you to connect with us through advertising. We advertise on TV, billboards, radios, SMS campaigns, SEO campaigns, all sorts of things that cost us hundreds of millions of Rands per annum. We do it already at Constantia. We have all sorts of other UMAs and divisions that do it already. What do we do how do we create the revenue to pay for that advertising? Well, we build it into the price of your products, your car insurance, your funeral cover, your banking fees. Every month, 30 to 50% of it is next month's marketing cost. You're paying for it already. But here at DuePoint, we don't do that. Here at DuePoint, we do 0 advertising. You are never going to see an advert for DuePoint. That is why you had never heard of us before today. Because we instead use you to go out and connect people to us. And so that money that we would have spent anyway on SABC, DSTV, Prime Media, we now have available to redirect towards you and your channel in creating that wealth. And we create that wealth in 2 ways. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you 27.50 Rand for every product payment in your channel every month, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment is made. So for instance, instance, you go out, you chat to some of your friends. Some become wealth engineers. These are people you personally introduce to DuePoint. They make their product payments, and you get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%. That's 55 Rand. You get 55 Rand every month for every product payment that is made in your channel. It means a number of things. First of all, it means you're in control. You get to create an income now, and you get to give yourself an increase every month if you'd like. You just connect more people to us. This is quite contrary to your current working situation, where no matter how much you beg your boss, he doesn't give you an increase every month. But you're able to do that. The second thing is that you're able to create an income that has almost infinite value, because it is earned every month. So I've had people say to me, yes, Brendan, but there's this thing on Facebook that says I can earn 450 Rand when I sell the pot. Yes, once. You get 450 Rand when you sell the pot. You now have to find someone else to sell another pot to for 450 Rand. And if you want the same money next month, you've got to go back to the same people and beg them to buy the same pot again. I don't know if you've tried that, to sell the same pot to someone twice in a row. They generally don't respond as well the second time. Here, automatic debit orders. Every month on our products, the debit order raises. You do not need to run back to your friends and beg them to buy every month. The value grows to almost infinity if you had enough years in your life of what you create here at DuePoint. Now these individuals go out, they go and connect some of their friends to DuePoint, and again you get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. If they take more than one product, what happens? Well, then you get 2 times 55 Rand, 110 Rand for each person that's got more than one product, 165 Rand if they take 3 products, 220 Rand if they take 4 products. You are in control again of your revenue here at DuePoint. You put some more time and some more effort into the construction of your channels, and you'll continue to earn, but now on a diminishing basis down to the 8th point. However, there is no limit to how much you can earn here at DuePoint. From the 8th point on, you always get 4% of 27 Rand 50 for every product payment in your channel, no matter what point it is on, as long as you qualify to earn. Right, how do you qualify to earn in DuePoint? Well, you go to our YouTube channel, you watch the 2-minute 57-second video. That's how complicated our system is. It took Rob 2 minutes and 57 seconds to explain it. It is the simplest, easiest system in the country, and once you watch that video, you understand how we've created generational wealth. You hand your channel over one day to your children, and they can continue growing it and continue to earn on every point that they grow on, as long as they qualify to earn. All right, so what is the price of payment? What does it look like in the DuePoint system? If you're going to be paying time, the time in the system, what is that price look like over time with us here? Well, we went and we did a whole lot of mathematics over about 20 years worth of data, and we calculated what we think is a reasonable set of milestones for you to understand the payment of time that you will make here. We started with a 3+2 growth rate formula. We said you don't have a lot of time, so there's not a lot you can do each month for us. So we need to be conservative. 3 says, in your first month with us, you are responsible for putting 3 people on the first point of your channel. That's 3 personal introductions. You have an entire month to do it. Now, you can put nobody in, you can put 1 person in, you can put 10 people in, you can put 100 people in. You're in control. But we said if you're going to follow reasonable milestones with us and understand your earning potential here, let's start by doing some maths that says you put 3 people in your first month with us. Then every month thereafter, +2, 3 + 2, you need to put 2 people in. You personally have to connect 2 people every month thereafter. Now, this is the challenging bit. Do we have the self-discipline to do that? I used to ask this question, I'm going to ask it again today. Have any of you ever set a New Year's resolution that you've actually managed to stick to for an extended period of time? This year, I'm going to the gym. And you smash that gym for the next 2 years. This year I'm learning to play a new instrument. And you sat down and you played that instrument for the next 2 to 3 years until you're an expert. I think the answer is generally no. South Africans have very, very poor self-discipline, generally, across the spectrum. We generally are. What we're very good at is practicing and getting new bad habits. We're very good at that. We're pros. We pick up bad habits and keep them no problem. Here at DuePoint, I say to you, can you introduce 1 person every 15 days constantly? You got more than 2 weeks to find one person to connect to DuePoint. That's what we ask you to do. If you are able to do that, I'm not sure if many of you will be able to do that because you'll get lazy. But for those of you who are willing to connect somebody every 15 days permanently, then over time, this is what it starts to look like. If you're able to do it for 6 months, you'll be on about 2,500 Rand a month. This is recurring, it's not once off, it's reliable, and it translates to 30,000 Rand a year. None of you are going to quit your jobs to do this. This is extra income that you create for yourself. I know on Facebook they promised you'd be rich in 90 days. You know they were all lying to you. Here, with real permanent wealth, we tell you at that rate of one person every 15 days, you'll be on about 2,500 Rand a month after 6 months with us. If you can push through to 12 months with us, 1 year, then you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month with us. That's this time next year. You've still got your job. You didn't get an increase at the end of this year because the economy is so bad, but you have managed to increase your hobby income by 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. I want you to think in your head right now, what's your list of expenditure? How many of those line items would disappear if you had an extra 10,000 Rand a month? Have we asked you to introduce 20 people a month, 50 people a month? Have we asked you to work 8 hours a day here? No. We have asked you to consistently and persistently add 2 people a month. That's what we've asked you to do. Now, we get a lot of people that disappear around the 90-day mark because they find something else on Facebook that promises them they'll be rich, and they run off in that direction. But also because people confuse their responsibility here at DuePoint. At DuePoint, you have one responsibility. Your responsibility is to keep connecting individuals to us. That's it. That's your only responsibility. Your responsibility is not whether they pay or don't pay. Your responsibility is not whether they then go and duplicate like you and start connecting people. That's not your responsibility. We have asked you to do one thing here, to keep connecting individuals. If you keep connecting individuals to us, the mathematics starts working in your favor. Many people you connect will not have the self-discipline to build permanent wealth for themselves. Why is only 0.5% of the world wealthy? It's not because they've done something fancy. It's because they're the only 0.5% in the world that are self-disciplined. So know that as you start this process. Only a few people you connect are going to do the work, but those few people will create wealth for you. So as you continue to persist, not caring about those who don't pay, not caring about those who don't duplicate, your income starts rising. As you push into the second year with us, that 9,000 Rand becomes 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. That's 360,000 Rand. And in 2 years, you've moved into the top 30% of earners in the country. Only 30% of South Africa earns 27,000 Rand and more a month. You can do that in 2 years. That's 2021. It's not 2 months, guys. It's 2 years. If you can push through to 3 years with us, it'll rise to about 40 to 45,000 Rand a month. If you can do 4 years with us, it becomes 60,000 Rand. And if you're able to push through to a 5-year period with us, half a decade, guys, not 5 minutes, not 5 months, but half a decade, it'll rise to about 80 to 100,000 Rand on average if you are adding that one person every 15 days. If you're able to do that, life will be permanently different for you 5 years from now. So I have many people tell me, Brendan, the problem with DuePoint is it takes too long to earn. Everywhere else I go, they promise me wealth earlier. Folks, we build wealth permanently here, and I'm always tempted to ask the question, how long have you been employed for? 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? How come you have not quit your jobs because you're not earning faster? But when I say to you, you've got to give me 5 years plus here at DuePoint, people go, no ways, that's too long. Guys, it's not too long. 5 years is a blink in the eye. Do you know that there have been 2 soccer World Cups since the Soccer World Cup in South Africa? 2. They only come around every 4 years. Guys, time is passing at the blink of an eye. I say to my children these days, a week is now a day, and the weekend is my nighttime. I remember as a kid how long a year was. Do you remember how long a year was when you were 6 years old? It was a lifetime. Now my 8-year-old son says, Dad, I cannot believe how fast time is passing. The world has changed, ladies and gentlemen. 5 years is nothing, but we cannot expect to be rich in 90 days. There is no such thing. Here you give us 5+ years and we'll change your lives permanently. Are people doing it? For sure. Every month we put 2 or 3 people on stage, just a tiny fraction of those that are actually doing DuePoint, but we have to show you a little bit of what people are doing here. We show you everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We show them all to you. We don't tell you who's in the ugly category, but we do show you who's in the good and the bad category. You'll have to decide who's in the ugly and who's in the pretty category for yourselves. We do that so that you can choose where you can be. Some people do badly but build. Some people do well and shoot the lights out. We show you everybody. This month we've been tracking our rank 9s. You'll understand the rank 9 process in a moment. We've been tracking our rank 9s, our road to rank 9, because we're off on the 8th of December with our rank 9s. And so we put up a couple of people to talk about that. But we also put up Renee and Henny van der Merwe. They live up in Gauteng. They were on stage with us a couple of weeks ago, talking about how skeptical they were about DuePoint when they started. Renee signed up, but her husband wouldn't touch us. No, this was another one of those things. They were all going to lose their money. And quite soon, a couple of months in, he discovered we weren't taking his money. And he discovered as well that every month there was this in-contact SMS that was coming through on his phone with money into his bank account. You see, the one thing about an insurance company is they pay on time every month, every time. It doesn't matter where our staff members are. I love that one. So on Facebook, no, we're paying late this month because our FD's in China. Oh boy, if they say that, run for the hills. Here, it doesn't matter who's on holiday and where. The money comes in every time, every month, reliably. Also, if someone says to you, I'm earning 650,000 Rand a month now after 2 weeks of being here, ask them for their bank statement. You will find that they are very reluctant to give it to you or to show you the income that's come in. Here you will be able to show every month, as our guys that have been with us for years now will show you every month the SMS that came in as the money came in. And as Henny started to see that this wasn't another one of those things, he grew a little bit of faith. In the last few weeks, they've started building a channel that's now worth about 1,600 Rand a month to them. Almost zero effort. And they're now earning an extra 1,600 Rand every single month. They're a bit more serious now about what they're seeing, so we should see that income rise faster. But that's what they've created for themselves in the last 6 months with DuePoint. We then had Donnie on stage with us. He's been here a few times. He's here with us in the audience today, and he's been on stage a few times with us. Donnie went to rank 9, which is 1,000 paid products in his channel. 1,000 people that he put in his channel and have got paid, and he did it in 16 months. So we asked him, how on earth do you build a channel of 1,000 plus people? You'll see after 16 months he was on 1,217 so quickly. Well, he said he started by introducing his first person. Makes sense, doesn't it? Start with one. In his first month with us, he introduced one person. Do you see how this is not one of those things where we say, no, listen, we need 1,000 people from you tomorrow? No, started by introducing one person. This is a very real business. And then, having created for himself a little bit of belief after successfully signing up his first person, he then went out and averaged for the next 16 months 5 people a month. 5 people a month, 5 people a month, 5 people a month. And he did that for 16 months. And in that, out of all those people, you times 5 by 16, you'll see it's a lot of people. He had found 13 who had caught the belief and had started building. The other 50 odd had done nothing, because this all sounded like a lot of hard work. Remember that? New Year's Eve, I'm going to the gym. 3 days later, no, this is hard work, I don't want to do it. All right? Here, he found 13 who were willing to do the work, and it was those 13 people that got him to 1,217 products. And he went rank 9 with us. Then we put another couple on stage. Patrick and Pumi, they've been with us now for a good length of time, but they went rank 9 in 11 months. They're well beyond rank 9 now, but we asked them, how do you do it in less than a year? Less than a year to nearly 1,400 paid products in their channel. Well, they also started with a little bit of action. Let's do that again. They started in the beginning with a bit more speed, 14 people in their first month connected, and then they averaged 8 people a month. That's 2 a week. Do you think you can connect 2 people a week? We've asked for 2 people a month. But if you move that up to 2 people a week, the mathematics changes quite dramatically. And after that, 8 people a month, they found what? 13 people that were willing to do the work. It's interesting how as the years have passed, we've started to find the maths, the numbers. 13 people that catch the vision will get you to over 1,000 products. What are you earning at just over 1,000 products? About 20 to 30,000 Rand a month. 20 to 30,000 Rand. It all depends on where those 1,000 are in your channel. But that's not bad. 11 months from now, anybody would be unhappy with a 30,000 Rand raise? 11 months from now? No, but you've got to do the work. You've got to do the work. And 11 months in, they were there, and on 1,400, they are well beyond that now. I think they've got about 11,000 people in their channel now. Okay, nice to be on 1,000 when a few, well, what's it, a year or two later, you're on 11,000. It is quite remarkable. All right, if you want to go and see how wealth engineers are doing, go to our YouTube channel. This is an open book business. You will find everything there. We have over 100 testimonies of people doing badly, people doing medium, and people doing very well. Go and look there and decide where you want to be. Look at your circumstances and decide what your circumstances will allow you to do with the tool that we have created here for you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is DuePoint. From top to bottom. Everything you need to know. I've told you to make a decision this morning. We always encourage you to do more research, but you shouldn't find anything more than what I have said today. If you want to become a wealth engineer today, it's very simple. You go to our website, DuePoint.net, you click the join or reply button, you fill out the form, and within 5 minutes you are a wealth engineer with no money having parted from your hands. No money. And this afternoon, you can start building wealth with us here at DuePoint. If you're serious, get the tools. They don't pay us, they pay you. If you struggle with data, ladies and gentlemen, get the USB stick. Wherever you are around the country today, call our client services team, buy the stick, we'll have it delivered to you. Get this because it saves you the cost of data. This is an online business, guys. Online. If you struggle with data, get the USB stick. If your phones keep dying and you can't get people to fill the form out on your phone because the battery keeps dying, get the backup battery. If you struggle to connect people, get the business cards. Anything you want to start the conversation here at DuePoint, we have for you. Caps, pens, notebooks, notepads, covers for iPads and tablets. We have everything to start the conversation. Go and get them. Get them at our counter. The prices are on the counter, or order them at customer services. Folks, we are live and kicking on Facebook. You don't want to not follow us there. We put piles and piles of content on there. We had a leadership workshop this weekend where you had to be rank 4 and above to attend. If you want a sneak preview of what happened this weekend at that leadership conference, just 5 minutes ago, we posted a video of that. Go and watch it. See what we are teaching people when you get to rank 4 and above. We are live on YouTube. It is the core and heart of our business. Subscribe to it. It is free to subscribe, and you know when we go live every day. And then, folks, download our app onto your phone. It is really the only way you can do this business. It is a free app. Stick it on your phone. It plugs you into your channel in real time. Your personal documentation and details are there, and your training is there. Guys, bottom right-hand corner, you find the tools button. Click the tools, watch the training in order from top to bottom, and you know how to create wealth here at DuePoint. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this week we've released our brand new application form within that app. It is awesome. It takes me less than 30 seconds to complete. Now, imagine if you can put somebody into your channel in under 30 seconds. That is what we have created. It is in the latest compliance with the latest PPR rules from the regulator, and it is awesome. In order to get that application form, you need to update your app. Wherever you are today, go into the stores and click update. If you don't know how to update, get somebody who knows how to use your phone and get them to update your app in order to get that. In addition, we always say we have a 7-day period after we launch any piece of technology where we iron out the kinks. There are always kinks no matter how hard we try. We reckon we're already 99% of the way there, and it's Tuesday. And we launched it, and it's Wednesday, and we launched it on Monday. So just keep watching the App Store every day for updates. Every update will correct little errors that you might have found in that app form, especially given that there's like 10 million different types of phones. One of the guys called in today with a Mobicell. I've never ever in my life heard of a Mobicell cell phone. But don't worry, by the end of today, our app will work on Mobicell 2. That's how good it is. Every one of our apps have always worked on every single phone in South Africa. Even these little ones like this, we get it to work. So folks, please let our client services know if you found errors, but keep watching the App Store every single day this week until Monday next week, and upload any updates that you find there, and our app will work perfectly on your phone. If you are struggling, guys, please go to our website, DuePoint.net, and just use the online form. All right, this is what it looks like. Actually, I can remove this, but if you're struggling, there it is. This is the new app. That was the old one. We are good to go. Folks, we have an XP Rewards training program here where we teach you how to do this business. Many people say to me, Brendan, this is all great, but I don't know how to do it. No problem. We teach you how to do it here. We take you by the hand from beginner to expert. As you complete the steps in our program, we reward you with what we call XP points, experience points. As you gain experience points here, you become more mature and more experienced and more capable of creating wealth with us here. As your experience rises, naturally your channels will start growing. And where you meet the 2 criteria in our program of experience and channel size, we rank you up. Not only do you create wealth here, but you have a sense sense of momentum. The one thing South Africans have lost. We are trapped in our circumstances right now, and we give you a sense of momentum in what we're doing. As we rank you up, we reward you in the beginning with a little bit of cash just to get you out the blocks. Then as you get a little bit more serious, the cash starts getting a lot more serious. At rank 5, we start to reward you with tools. Tools are going to help you build your channels here. At rank 5, it's an imported Lightning memory stick from the United States. It's got all of our presentations, tools, testimonies, downloads on it that you can plug in and connect people with. At rank 7, it's a 12,500 Rand set of gold-gilded, imported, custom-made business cards for you. This is not ink, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good look at it. It is not ink, it is gold. Gold-gilded business cards. When you hand somebody the finest set of business cards in the country, they ask you the question, who is DuePoint and what do you do for them? And it helps you connect people to us. Then at rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, remember what the channel size was, 1,000 paid products. When you get there and maintain it, every year that you maintain it for the rest of your life, we take you away on a 5-star business class, all expenses paid trip for a week with your family every year for the rest of your life. Now, I don't have to show you fake internet footage. I can show you real footage because we've been in before. We're going this year, 8th of December, and we're going next year. We're already planning it. We go every year. And if you attain and maintain your channel at rank 9, you come away with us every single year. This is not a competition at DuePoint. I love it. They say, no, the rank 9 competition. Yeah, I know there's no competitions at DuePoint. This is all business and creation that you can do without restriction. There are no deadlines. There's no timelines. If you don't make it this year, but make it next year, come with us next year. I always laugh at the people around about this time of year. They've been building during the year. They know they're not going to make it for whatever the reason may be, and they quit. And I go, why did you quit? No, I quit because I'm not making the trip this year. I'm like, but we're going next year. Just keep going. What you build this year is what you start on next year. So you've got a smaller piece to build next year, and so on and so on and so on. You saw, Donnie took 16 months to get to rank 9. If you're doing +2 a month, it'll take you 19 months on average. We are not one of those things that's going to make you rich in 90 days. No. It's going to take you 2 years to get there if you're connecting 2 people a month. If you want to get there in 11 months, well, you've got to go faster, 2 people a week. If you'd like to get there as fast as our record breaker, this chap, you can't see him yet, I'll show you now, 5 months. 5 months to rank 9. You decide the outcomes here at DuePoint. And so, folks, there's only 90 days left before we leave, so it's unlikely you'll make it this year, but I'm happy for anyone to break that record. But you will build now, in the next 3 months, a platform on which you will build into the next year, 2019, and you could join us at the end of next year on a holiday that looks something like this.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand on
Sometimes we have people clapping and cheering. Sometimes it's just the stunned silence. We're very real here. Sometimes I lose people at that video where people go, this is farcical, I now know it's not true. And other people go, no, it's too crazy. That's not for me. I'll never get there. Those are both lies. This is a 7-decade-old insurance company. We don't make lies. Here, and it is for everyone. You may not make it this year. You may not make it next year. That doesn't matter. Anyone who commits and pays the price of time with us will ultimately make rank 9. They will. But they will need to be persistent with us. And they'll have to get a thick skin. They cannot concern themselves about what people do that they put into DuePoint's channels. They need to concern themselves only with the one task of constantly connecting people to us. At rank 9, we give you another very useful tool. It's not 9, at 11. We give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It is not branded. It is not financed through us. You don't rent it from us, and we don't give it to you and then take it away. It's your car. It's your car for life, and it's your car that we hope you'll use to build and continue to build your time, your financial, and your mental freedom with us here at DuePoint. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are running a special nationwide roadshow over the next 100 days of DuePoint around South Africa. We're visiting 5 cities, the major hubs around South Africa, and we want you guys to be getting ready for it right now. Wealth engineers around the country, you should be booking your seats now. All venues obviously have limited seats, so we want you to get in there and get going. We're visiting Durban first at the end of this month, so there's about 3.5 weeks left before we get there. Get online, click events on our app, or go to the events menu on our website and book your seats in. Guys, we want you to pay attention and read which event you're booking to. We have to laugh. We've seen a whole lot of people book to the introduction presentation that morning in Johannesburg wanting to go to the Durban one. Guys, come on. Read it where it says Durban, then you know that's the one to click on. Book yourself in and your guests. It's going to be incredible. It's not an introduction presentation, but it's a very special showcase of DuePoint on that day. So bring your guests and bring your wealth engineers. It's going to be amazing. Tea and coffee will be served, and we're going to rock these cities for the next couple of weeks. We're starting in Durban. We then move on to Port Elizabeth, Bloemfontein, Nelspruit, and Cape Town. So guys, please go through the schedule, find the events, and book in advance. It's first come, first serve. If you don't get a ticket, you're not going to be able to get in. So go for it. The tickets are free as usual, but get in there and book those tickets now. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you can see how serious we are here at DuePoint. We're not mucking around. We are nothing like anything you have seen before. We are permanent wealth creators here at DuePoint, and we want you to get involved with us. If you've got questions and concerns, that's completely natural. Come and ask the questions, either of the people who connected you, our client service team, or of us here at DuePoint. Come and ask the questions, but don't walk away today without this tool in your hands. Pick it up and start making change here with us at DuePoint. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you guys all outside. Thanks for tuning in live today.